Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my 1GP 2 Twisted Bow flipping series, where I'm attempting to earn a twisted bow from scratch in under 1 year. If I fail to do that, I'm going to be giving away all of the money that I've earned, as well as finding the spiciest pepper and eating it on live stream. Now this was a really interesting week. With the release of Twisted League, the economy has been very strange and all over the place. While yes, we do have higher player counts right now, that didn't really translate into the main game economy, as everyone's playing Twisted League, and I think overall actually less people are playing regular RuneScape, which has caused a larger degree of volatility, but also a lot of opportunity. And this week I actually get some really massive margins on some very weird items, so I am really excited to show them to you guys. I hope you enjoyed the series. If you are, I would really appreciate it if you left a video like. It means a lot. And let's get started. Okay, so we're starting off this week at 632 mil. Let's just hit examine here to get the exact amount. 632 mil and 754k, which means we're around 60 mil off of 2/3 of the way completed. That is, of course, if the Twisted Bow hasn't changed in price, which it hasn't too much. While we're here, let's just have a look at the last quarter. I'm kind of interested. Not really a lot of movement, still hovering around that 1 billion GP amount, which I'm happy with. That's a nice clean amount. Now, one thing I noticed earlier is that the Elven Signet, for whatever reason, has nobody buying it or selling it really. So we're going to hit down twice. I'm able to do once. 5555, and I'll go for 15 of them for now. Oh, did it happen again? Okay, we instantly bought it for 5,500. You know what? I'm going to buy it for even less. I feel like this item actually could be crashing in value. Let's just go one more. Hit 5% minus twice. Go up a couple, and we'll go for 15 at this price point instead. Going to be a safer bet, I think. Okay, we just margin checked the Pharaoh Scepter. That's a pretty damn good margin and fairly safe. I'll go ahead and do 20 of the Pharaoh Scepter. All right, I'm going to check an offer in here for around that, probably 49.51. And I'll probably just go for 4. I guess we'll go for 8. Okay, we have a really big margin on the Snapdragon Potion. It's a bit of a risk because it's a bit more expensive now than it normally is. If this does pay off, that could be actually like a 2 mil profit. And if we can flip it quickly enough, I think it could be worth the risk. I'm going to try buying just the Rims armor set. We'll go 37.90, and actually that's a really good margin. We'll go for 16 of them. We're gonna go for the Team Cape Zero again. It didn't work for us last episode, but I'm gonna give it another try. And we'll go for 48.35. And I'll go for 12 of them, why not? Who knows? Okay, we're gonna try the Cape of Skulls, even though it didn't really work for us that much last time. We'll try for 21. 350. It does have a very good margin, but we kind of got burnt on this item a bit last time. Okay, and lastly here, I'm just going to put a random item in. The 3rd Age ranged legs. Kind of just a shot in the dark here. We're going to try buying them for around 19,800. I guess I'll go for 3 of them. Hopefully I don't instantly buy them. Good to go, and I will check back in later. Alright, it is the following morning, and all of our flips worked actually really well. We ended up getting a very quick flip on the Dragon Claws, but for around 1 mil in profit. Well, actually, I guess 800k if we take off our price check, but still really, really good. And look at that, the Eternal Gem we bought for 6.6 mil and are currently selling for 7.1 mil, and even the Eternal Gem has more sides than the new Cybertruck, my god. But that is another 2.6 mil profit right there. The Pharaoh Scepter we actually ended up getting a 1.4 mil profit on. Really happy about that one. And we're still waiting for a few more things to sell off. We're going to break even on a few more items, but overall we made 5.5 mil in profit just on those flips, which I am really happy about. Okay, first up here, we're going to price check the Sarachnis Cudgel, currently with a 50k margin. A very good item to do. We're going to do 40 of them. Next up here, I'm going to do the Saradomin Godsword Ornament Kit once again, and we're going to be buying it for around 5.1 mil. We'll go for 8 of them for now. Okay, but not only does the truck look kind of dumb, but during the presentation, I'm sure everyone saw this already, but one of Elon Musk's employees throws a rock at the car to test the glass, and it just totally shatters. It's really, really funny. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Okay, next up here, we're going to do a quick price check on the Odium Ward. It often has a pretty good margin. Yeah, that's very good. 70k on an item that's cheap. Definitely going to do that. Now, our 3rd Age item didn't really work earlier, but I really want to try it again. We're going to go for the 3rd Age plate body, which right now has an 800k margin. Going to try buying it for around 75 mil, and I'm going to go for 2 of them. Now, 3rd Age items I haven't really done a lot because they're really, really inconsistent. You can get really good margins, but they're just all cosmetic items pretty much, and they're very rare, which means there can be very quick price changes. There isn't enough demand to have the item's price be stable in any way. So often it's kind of just a gamble, but we're going to try it again with the third age robe top, and we're going to call that a day. Now, I did end up flipping the third age plate body for a 375k margin. Debatable whether that is worth it or not. It's a lot of money to invest, but regardless, we got 750k on that, as well as 800k on the Saradomin Godsword ornament kit, and we're going to get around 800k on the cudgels. With everything together, we actually made around 3.2 mil, which is more than I thought, and I did manage to get 2 of the third age robe tops. Again, debatable whether that is worth it. I was kind of hoping to get at least a 500k or 600k margin to justify such a high price tag, but I'm going to go ahead and try to buy more for about the same price, and we're going to go for 4 of them this time, so we should be making over a mil. The only reason I'm considering this again is because I actually was very quick. It only ended up taking me around an hour or two to do it. The next item I have lined up here is the Toxic Trident Extended, and I'm going to try buying it for around 8.9 mil, and I'll go ahead for 8 of them. And last up here, I'll put an offer in for the ornament kit. We're going to check back in later today because we didn't get too much done, so hopefully these new flips will do as well. Alright, we managed to check in one more time before bed. We're going to go ahead and put in some overnight flips here. Now, I did manage to sell off the third age robe top. Again, debatable whether that is worth it. For only a 370k profit, it is debatable, but it's not awful. We still got around 750k overall. And on top of that, we managed to retain our 375k profit on the third age plate body, and we're halfway done selling those, but after we're going to make around 1.5 mil in total on that one. And I also got a bit of money on the Staff of the Dead, overall giving us around a 2.3 mil total profit, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm not entirely sure how this happened, but my YouTube homepage is now filled with surfing videos. I'm pretty sure I watched one video of like a kid getting knocked over by a wave, and now all I have is surfing videos, and the problem is I am watching them now. I've watched actually so many of these big wave surf videos that I think I'm actually hooked. But there's this place in Portugal called Nazari that has some of the biggest waves in the world. It's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go and do the Eternal Gem again. Still sporting a 100k margin, which is pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and do 10 of those. Okay, I'm also going to try the third age ranged legs. Haven't done this one before, and again, third age items are a bit risky, but they have been working for us so far. So we're going to go for 2 of them at around 19.8 mil. And I will finish the day off with the Brimstone ring. Not a bad item. We'll do that overnight. Invest the rest of our money, and I will see you guys in the morning. What a crazy day. We had a couple of really weird offers come through. The main one is the Signet. Well, look at that. We ended up buying one for 3.1 mil. A awesome item snipe right there. We had noticed that there were no people buying or selling the Signet at a certain time, so we decided to just lowball an offer to an extreme amount, and we ended up buying one for about a 2.4 mil profit. On top of the other rings we have been waiting to sell off for quite a while, we made around 3 mil on the Elven Signet. Another big one is the Torture Ornament Kit, where we got about a 300k margin, giving us 2.2 mil in profit on the Torture Ornament Kit. Very uncommon. And on top of that, we made around 500k on the Brimstone ring and 500k on the third age ranged item, which means overall we got 6.4 mil in profit already just on the items we've sold so far. Now those are some really uncommon margins, especially on the ornament kit. I do really think that Twisted League has slowed down the volume for a lot of these items. People are just playing Twisted League, not the main game, which are creating larger margins, which overall is actually better, in my opinion, because there's a lot more opportunities for flips. It really spreads out the items that people can do, which makes more variety and less competition for any specific individual item. Now, once again, I'm going to try for the Elven Signet at around 4.5 mil. Such a good margin on this item recently that I have to go try it again. Imagine if I had actually bought more of those signets. Well, I'm going to do the Torture Ornament Kit again. I don't think it has the same type of margin, but we're going to do it again for around 51.95, and I'll go for 12 of them. And next up here, I'm going to be doing the Team Cape X for around 21.40, and I'll go for triple the buying limit once again. I'm going to be trying the Pharaoh Scepter again. Haven't had too much luck this week. I like it because of the higher buying limit, but it doesn't seem to work too well, but I'm going to go ahead and do 15 of them. I just did a quick price check on the Master Wand. It has around a 50k margin, which is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do 15 of them. And I'm kind of struggling to find an item for the last offer slot, so I'll find something, and I will see you guys later with hopefully a few successful flips. Now, one item I have not tried flipping at all yet is any part of the Dragonstone armor set, and the main reason is that there just really wasn't enough volume. Until now, the Dragonstone armor set is getting a new look, and I think just that alone has made it more popular. The Dragonstone armor set is going to get a graphical rework in the next couple of weeks, and I have noticed a significant increase in volume, so I'm going to actually try flipping some of the individual pieces. So far, we already made 795k on 3 of them, which I think is really good. And the other good flip we had was on the Basilisk Jaw at around 1 mil in profit. And last up here, we actually got a mil in profit on the 3rd age ranged legs for a total of around 3 mil. Now, the Basilisk Jaw has been a really good flip for us recently, generally getting around 100 to 300k margins on it. Now, I don't have many free offer slots, but I'm going to go ahead and try to clear a few things up here. I'm going to be going to the big city for a Psytrance concert. Not really sure what to expect there, but okay, so we're actually going to price check the Dragonstone full helm, and we ended up buying it directly from myself for 5 mil, which means currently there is around a 600k margin on it, which is very, very good. I'm going to go ahead and try to buy maybe 10 or 15 of them. For any of you who haven't seen the graphical rework, there are 4 different options. I think you can vote on it now. They all look drastically better, but I'm a big fan of the last 2. They definitely look a lot more like something that should be an old school RuneScape. And normally I would say that a graphical rework wouldn't actually affect an item's price too much, but the Dragonstone armor set was purely cosmetic anyway. I mean, it does offer some defensive stats, but it's not worth its price tag otherwise. So I think in this case, it'll actually increase its demand just by looking different, which I think is kind of cool. Okay, next up here, we're putting in another offer for the Cape of Skulls at around 20 mil. Next up here, I'm going to price check the Dragonstone plate legs, and they have around a 500k margin. That's quite good. We'll go ahead and do a bunch of those as well. And we'll call that a day. I'll check back in 2 days from now, I think, and we'll see how it went. Now, that is what you like to see. So many completed flips, and almost all of them were insanely profitable. I don't think we lost money on anything. The first flip here, the Basilisk Jaw, we ended up getting a 600k margin on. Massive. Just that alone is 4.2 mil in profit. But the Dragonstone item pieces, again, very profitable. We got around 1.9 mil on the Dragonstone plate body and 3.7 mil on the Dragonstone full helm. And like I said, the volume of the item has really picked up, so we actually managed to do that reasonably quickly. And it also ended up getting around a mil in profit on the Torture Ornament kit, bringing us in total 11 mil in profit. That is what you want. 11 mil in profit in 1 day. That's more than I pretty much made in an entire week. Unfortunately, we're just going to kind of dump these items in here because I really want to know how much money we're actually at. We may lose a couple 100k, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We're going to sell the Eternal Gem and the Infinity Bottom, which is going to bring us to 659 mil, which I think we're up around 25 mil on the episode. I actually already forgot how much we started at. That is awesome. I think we already made more than last week. We still have 1 more day left. Now I'm going to try the Dragonstone full helm once again for around 4250. It still has around a 400k margin more or less, so we're going to go ahead and do 15 of them. Now we're going to have a quick look on GE Tracker. Now GE Tracker is a sponsor of mine. I have been using it to find a lot of these weird flips this week. Very useful for finding high margin items. If you are interested, there will be a link in the description for that. Okay, next up here, we're going to try the Dragonstone Gauntlets, one of the cheaper options here. And oh, look at that, we can't even buy it for 2 mil. Okay, we're going to buy them for 1840, and we're going to go for 20 of them. Okay, next up here, we're going to do the From the Kilt. I'm going to try buying them for around 6,900, and we'll go for double the buy-in limit, as this is probably going to be it for today. Okay, we found a really weird margin on the Smoke Battle Staff. Normally, it's about 2,800 for it. But this dipped in price very, very quickly and drastically, which means there's a big margin and could be even larger later. So we're going to go for double the buy-in limit. Don't expect to get more than 1 buy-in limit, but who knows, always worth a shot. Once again, I'm going to price check the Basilisk Jaw. I ended up getting around 4 mil in profit on it, and it currently has a 350k margin, which is really good. Gonna go for the full buy-in limit of that. Okay, next up here, we're going to price check an Elven Signet. Currently has a 100k margin, that's pretty standard. Gonna go ahead and do another bunch of those. We're gonna go maybe do 15 of them. There was another really good margin on the Monk's Robe Top, but 150k. Now the limit's very low, but I'm gonna go do triple the buy-in limit. And last up here, I'm gonna try the Boots of Brimstone. Now I never noticed that this item actually has a buy-in limit of 70, which is very high. And for a 30k margin, that's really, really good. If we did all 70, that could be like 2 mil in profit. Can't quite afford that, but still, I've never actually tried this many of a certain item. So we're going to go for 67 of them overnight, and I will be checking in tomorrow with our weekly profit. Well, the Basilisk Jaw gives and sometimes it takes, so we ended up losing pretty much the same amount we made in the last flip. I ended up losing 4.3 mil on the Basilisk Jaw, unfortunately, but we did manage to bury it in most of our other flips. Basilisk Jaw we bought for 32,150, and we ended up selling most of them for about a 600k loss. Now for the good stuff, we got the Boots of Brimstone, which you ended up getting a 1.8 mil profit on. I managed to do 60 of them for around a 30k profit plus or minus, which was around 1.8 mil. Also got a 1.6 mil profit on the Smoke Battle Staff, just because of how good the margin was. We got around 750k in the Dragonstone Full Helm, about 700k in the Dragonstone Gauntlets, 400k in the Monk's Robe Top, and around 750k in the Fremnik Kilt. Now I actually do have these Elven Signets still selling off, and I don't really want to take them out. I don't really want to instantly dump them because that's kind of a waste of money. So let's just calculate how much they're going to sell for, and we'll see how much money we're at for today. Now we have 8 of the Elven Signets left over, which is worth around 36.6 mil, which means if I add that to my cash stack, that brings us up to 662 mil for today, which is more or less a 30 mil profit on today's episode. I really am pretty happy with that. 30 mil in an episode is a strong showing in my opinion. Yes, it is possible to do better, but for the amount of time that I actually played, that is a crazy amount of money. That really is the power of flipping. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. One more thing before I go, I wanted to mention my clan chat. Now the clan chat is something that I haven't really given much love in a couple of months now, and I really want to apologize to the people who have stuck around in there for a long time. It's definitely my fault that it has kind of died, and I haven't really been interacting with people in the clan chat. There isn't really a good excuse for that, but I want to try to build it back up, interact with you guys more, and just have a nice community for discussions about flipping, RuneScape, or really anything. So if you are interested, the clan chat is called Flipping OSRS. I play on a few different accounts. My flipping account is Dream Flipper. My main account is Flipping OSRS. I have another account that is called Single Upgrade, and those are the 3 I mainly play on. I'm gonna go upload this video. I'll be out for a couple of hours, but then I'll be in the CC. Anyway guys, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.